can have a fully developed curtain wall in that the values are all in the curtain wall style itself. And that's what the third choice is in your project. So if I pick the one that says storefront and I look at the type, you see that it has everything filled out. In other words, the function of the curtain wall is something you can specify. Interior, exterior. This has to do with when you create a schedule, you can show whether the curtain wall is interior or exterior. No idea why we should say foundation retaining as options. I don't know what a foundation curtain wall would be. Automatic embed, if it's checked, this means that you can put it inside another wall. If it's not checked, you can't. Curtain panel, you can specify that in advance, and this could be any of the options that show up here. This includes regular walls, basic walls or anything that you create. It includes other curtain walls, so you can put a curtain wall within the cell of another curtain wall. That is replacing like the panel space. Right, so you've got these. I notice also that there's a solid, there's an empty panel, and there's a glazed panel. Empty panel, glazed, and solid. And you can make your own. You can create your own curtain wall panels. So I'm going to leave this as glazed as the default. The join conditions, manually you can override the connections between vertical and horizontal mullions, but you can set those values in advance. If I came in here and said, say for the border, which is the beginning and end points, and vertically I wanted everything to be a continuous mullion or appear as a continuous mullion, because although they appear as continuous, they're actually drafted as individual mullions for each segment of the line. So I could choose the choices from here. In other words, if I said border and vertical should be continuous, that would mean that up and down on the curtain wall at the beginning and end, and in the ones that are in the middle of the wall, or inside the wall I should say, they would show as continuous. Maximum spacing, you can define from here how you want the curtain wall spacing to be defined. Most of the time I'm choosing a fixed distance rather than say, but a fixed number could be that you're saying between 0.1 and 0.2, the beginning and end, you want to have a certain number of divisions. Here I'm going to go back to fixed distance, and let me just change this to say something like 4 feet by 4 feet. I want to see that this is driving the curtain wall itself. Then you've got the styles. So interior type are the ones that aren't border, and border for vertical are the 0.1 and 0.2 when you placed it in plan view, beginning and end. Horizontal are bottom. Border 1 is bottom, border 2 is top, and interior type is all of the default placement of mullions inside the curtain wall. There's a lot that isn't filled out here that in a real project would be filled out. Who's the manufacturer, what's the type mark, all of those things. I'm not going to go into that detail at the moment, but realize that in a project this might all be filled out for you in advance. So if I say OK, I'm going to place this curtain wall into my project. So place it, and you see it's already got the values in here.